Hey there guys, PortalMaster9351 here, and in this video I want to go over Wave 1 with you guys, talk about how much it would cost, and kind of the best way to get everything if you want that. Now, the first thing you're going to have to decide, and I'll talk about why in a minute, is do you want all the creation crystals, or do you want all the characters, or do you want both? Because that is going to change the way that you're going to have to buy these characters. The first method I'm going to go over is how to get all the characters and not all of the creation crystals. So the first thing you're going to want to do, and this is, by the way, going off of the Swedish Wave 1 listing, not my Skylanders.de, who I believe had StarCast listed in Wave 1. Whoops, let's bring that back. It's going off this listing. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to buy 5 senseis, which would be Chopscotch, Ambush, Barbella, Crankcase, and Taekwon Crow. Do not buy Wolfgang as a single. Then you're going to want to buy the Wolfgang and Mysticat double pack. So that's going to get you, basically that's going to get you all the characters, because then you'll have all, that's all the characters. And then the Airstrike Adventure Pack. So already that's up to $150, but that's the worst part, honestly, would be the characters, trying to get them all. That's going to be what's going to cost you the most. So at this point, you've now got all the characters, and now you've also got 3 additional creation crystals. You've got the Undead, the Magic, and the Earth creation crystal. So you've got these 4 right here. If you've got the standard starter pack, which would come with the Fire creation crystal as well. You'll also want to pick up the mystery chest for $6, even though we don't know what that does. That is going to come in Wave 1, and I would recommend getting that. So then we're going to move on to the creation crystals. So we've already got 4 creation crystals right here. We've got the Fire one from the starter pack, and then of course just went over these. So you've got these 4. Well, there are 2 triple packs: Water, Air, and Life, and Magic, Tech, and Undead. So next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to buy the triple pack, this one right here with Water, Air, and Life. So Water, Air, and Life will all come in a triple pack, and I assume that will cost $25 right there. So now you're up to 7. So then the remaining 3, of course, are Light, Dark, and Tech. So you'll be able to pick up the Light creation crystal in a single pack, but the Dark and Tech creation crystals will not be out in single packs yet. They will not have been released. Now, Tech's creation crystal will be in this other triple pack with Magic, Tech, and Undead. But if you're going to buy the Wolfgang and Mysticat double pack, you've already got an Undead and Magic creation crystal. So unless you want duplicates, then just hold off on Tech, because it's going to come out in the next wave anyway, so it shouldn't be too big of an issue waiting on Wave 2 to come out, since some sources are claiming that it may come out on the same day. So, there's that. Anyways, so if you do want to get the Tech creation crystal, then you're going to want to buy Wolfgang as a single, hold off on Mysticat until Wave 2, and then just buy this triple pack right here. So, whichever you want to do will work. I just want you guys to be aware that either you're going to get duplicates, or you're going to be short some creation crystals or short some characters. I just kind of thought that that's something I needed to throw out there. The best possible thing to do, though, is to go ahead, and that's going to cost you $35 to get the remaining creation crystals, with the exception of Dark and Tech, if you've got the normal edition. Now, if you've got the Dark edition, it's going to cost you $30, and this is the way you'll want to do it. So you'll want to also go back and buy the 5 senseis, the double packs, and the adventure pack, but then you will have more than just 4. You will have 6 creation crystals at that point. You'll have the Fire from the starter pack, you'll have Undead, Magic, and Earth, just like you would in the other design, but you'll also have the Dark and the Life creation crystal as well. So you'll want to buy the Water, Air, and Light creation crystals in single packs, because those will all be out in single packs. You can see Light, then we have Air, and then we have Water, all out on the same on day 1, because this pack comes with Water, Air, and Life, and you'll already have gotten a Life creation crystal from the starter pack. So unless you want duplicates, then this is the best way to do it. You'll still not be able to get a Tech one, unless, of course, you decide I would rather not have Mysticat, but have the Tech Creation Crystal. So it's kind of, you want the Tech Creation Crystal, or do you want Mysticat? That's the biggest thing you're going to have to decide. Now, the good news is, though, that either way you decide to go, you will still be able to get Mysticat and the Tech Creation Crystal in Wave 2. So it shouldn't really be a problem holding off a couple of weeks on Mysticat or the Tech Creation Crystal, and that I encourage you to use my method if you do not want duplicate creation crystals. I realize that some people will now want to get duplicate creation crystals because of Activision's business decision that I do not support, but it's the reality, and unfortunately we're going to have to deal with it, and I really wish they would change that, because I really think that's going to limit our possibilities. But I made a video on this, and so if you want to check that out, you can check that out. But just with that in mind, maybe you do want duplicate crystals. You could go ahead and just buy the Mysticat and Wolfgang double packs and go ahead and get this triple pack if you wanted to. It doesn't really matter. I'm just gonna this is the best way to go about it. So all in all, if you have the standard edition starter pack without factoring in the cost of the standard and the dark edition or the crash edition, it's going to cost you $191 to get everything that does not come in the standard edition starter pack on day one, with the exception of either the Tech Crystal or Mysticat. And your results may vary in terms of the price, because you'd have to swap a few things around. But if you're not getting the Tech Creation Crystal on day one, then this would be your tally. And with the dark or crash edition, you would get $186 worth of stuff, because you will not be buying a triple pack, but rather a triple pack and a single pack, but rather just 3 single packs. So that would be where that $5 difference comes in. So it's not huge, but just keep in mind that with the dark edition, you'll also be getting the dark versions of Kingpin and Wolfgang and Golden Queen. So, of course, it'll be a little bit different. It's extra value. So, and this does not include the Crash expansion or the Core 3 packs, because we still do not really know about the Core 3 packs, and I am doubting that the Crash expansion is going to come out on day, on day one anyways. I think that's a mislisting, and I think it's supposed to be with Wave 2, because it was confirmed to be coming out on November the 30th in America. So, it's also possible that maybe in Sweden it will be coming out on day one, but I think in America, the November 30th date is the final date, so just keep that in mind. But I will be making a video closer to launch time when we know if Wave 1 and Wave 2 will be both available on day one. I'll be letting you guys know what I'm going to be getting personally on day one. It's not going to be all of this, because I'm kind of switching up my tactics this year. But that's pretty much all for now. This has been Portal Master 9351. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye!